We're here at the Green Swamp Wilderness Preserve, the Western Track, right where me and Tim T and Winnette's stomping grounds connect. When I would drive home from Lakeland down to the Panhandle, I've driven past this preserve in Colt Creek State Park on multiple occasions, about 20-25 now. And I've had a couple strange encounters late night on this road, but it's awesome to get on the track. Tim T just got off work early, and me and Winnette been hanging out all morning and night last night. It's been an awesome time. They've had a lot of activity the last times they came through here. We're looking for some prints right now in the soft mud.
I think that's a boot print.
There was one back here too. It was definitely a boot print.
Tim and Winnette have casted multiple tracks out here in the Green Swamp and recovered hair, and they actually saw juvenile feces recently. And that truly shows that this swamp is alive.
Ooh, wow. What is that? It's a bobcat. Right there.
These are dogs.
Oh.
Somebody walking their dog. And you can see bicycle tracks. They ride bicycles in here.
Don't listen to me. No, I do know.
Yeah, you can see their track on the top.
Yeah.
So definitely a
I
dog.
think these are all dogs from somebody walking their dog around.
You would think that the big cats would leave the track mark, you know, like the claw mark,
Oh, yeah,
but
they
it's
would,
the dogs.
Yeah, they rarely leave it.
I guess because cats can retract it and dogs can't.
Yeah.
So they're not actually not walking with it.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
I know the people watching will have a heyday looking through the thick swamp. The canopy is thick. It's nice because it keeps the sun out.
Look at all this water over here coming.
Oh my gosh. Super flooded.
Yeah, it is. It's still wet.
That's crazy.
That's perfect for the people of the forest.
Yeah, for real.
They call themselves the people. That's what Owlman was saying.
And the Withlacoochee River's over here on the left.
There's a lot of activity there
So
too.
they've got a lot of activity along the river. They got a lot of cool area along the river there too they can stay in.
How far are we from the last place we explored?
About 13 miles.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good piece.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't realize it was that far.
I recognized some of the ways back, like when we turned on 98 and we were at that double gas station area. Yeah.
Who's that?
True paradise out here. Isn't October coming up when you guys are doing that midnight hike?
Well,
Yeah, we may try to do it sometime around then.
That'd be awesome.
yeah, but
I didn't try it this last month because it was still raining so much.
yeah, and the full moon this month or next month is going to be on a Wednesday, and we'd like to do it on a full moon.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So it's
Or
not
close to
dark.
it,
Close
even
to
if it's on the weekend. As long as it's close to it, I want to
Yeah, close to it.
kind of helps give our team a little bit of light.
Definitely, definitely. It would have been nice if Desi and Marie and Florida Lone Wolf came out, but this was a last second thrown
This is
together
a last
adventure.
minute deal.
Yeah,
That's an awesome shot. The watchers are up in the tree right now. They're telling everybody. I think it's just a big crow.
It looks like an X right there. It looks like they're touching. I'm not real sure, but it looks like they're touching as we walk by it.
And of course, right by that arch as well. There's a lot of
sure is, yeah.
a lot of wieners over that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do see that X. Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say, was that like a meow? Is that what it was? A meow? Oh, the water. Okay. I heard a cat. The ancient cat gods in our head.
I know. I told him about that dream I had. I told Tim.
Last night we were talking about that new horror movie that I'm gonna be in, Void Cat. And we were watching the trailer, and Lynette had a dream that she was biking around the town and she found a little small cat would have fit in her hand. And it was unlike any cat she's ever seen before. Another dog track. We have casting supplies in our bags just in case we come across something deep and nice in the mud. Hopefully it won't be too wet.
Some things are really going to start drying up now though because the rainy season's over.
Mm-hmm. Rain time for October. Spooky season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crow. I mean, that's what I meant to say, crow.
The crow.
That's got hawk on the ground. Speaking of that, once in a while you across the road, our neighbors across the street, you don't see him all the time, but there's that one hawk that you see once in a while. He's huge.
Yeah.
They say they never forget a face. So you gotta treat them right. What's up, guys? We come in the name of the great creator. We are the little, dirty, naked people. That's what you guys call us. And we love the one who died for all. And we are both descendants of Eden and Eve. We hope to make some fair contact with you today. I have a couple fruit in my bag that I'm going to leave out with you guys. I'm here with Tim and Lynette, and we're all just bringing a positive force to this forest. So any of our ancient ancestors want to give us a sign or just some guidance or just some extra peace, we'd appreciate it. We're just happy to be out here. This looked interesting. It could be a foot right there. That could be a foot. Big toe. Left foot. Going that way. A couple of these like marked up spots right here kind of look suspicious.
Let's see.
Do you know what would make this, Tim? Just like naturally? The big dirt?
Yeah, that's a hog doing this.
Hog doing it?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, the rooting up, getting bugs. And
Oh, what about this one here?
Yeah, there was a couple that kind of look like a foot. That one with the big toe, if it's a left foot. Like right there. But I'm not entirely sure. Could just be formed that way.
Yeah, it could just be formed that way from
Because
the
I don't
sides
see
of
any
it.
other indentions, you know, along the foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably just the hog weakness. But they can make some
And I
funky
watched
designs.
Yeah.
like the pine needles and stuff. I watched for them to be flattened down into it.
Right, right. Yeah, and some of them are just like sitting on top of it.
Yeah, these are sitting on top.
Same thing with this one. It kind of looks like a right foot with a big toe, but the pine needles are sitting up top.
Yeah. I think that's just hog rooting still.
Mm-hmm.
It does have the appearance of a footprint. Yeah.
It definitely does. So they just run through here, but of course, I'm guessing the Squatch would too.
Yeah, yeah. And we're pretty sure that they follow the hogs around.
That's probably some of the best meat for them.
Yeah.
Has the team had any close encounters with any hogs, like over the past few months?
No, we've caught them on game camera, but
Nice.
none actually just like real close to it.
They must just do a good job of staying away.
Mm-hmm.
They probably go deep in the water during the week, or no, during the day, just to stay out of the heat.
Yeah, they'll lay up in the swamps, yeah, and stay cool.
A pine cone. It looked like it just fell. Here's a little bedding area too that they probably just camp out at before they run the horses. There have been planes that have crashed here in the Green Swamp, and a lot of legends of lost treasure. And also criminals go out here when they're on the run from the law and when they're hiding bodies. So the Green Swamp has a lot more lore than just the skunk ape and Bigfoot. Tim Fasano spent a lot of time in the Green Swamp. Rest in peace.
There's supposed to be a primitive campground way back there. They said it takes a long time to get to it.
Huh.
And if you want to camp there, that's the only way to get to it, is to walk back there. But that's what he said, right?
No, I think you can drive back there.
Oh.
If you get the permit, then you can.
Oh, that's right.
They give you the code to the lot,
Oh,
so you can drive in.
didn't forget that part.
Yeah.
There was some stuff cracking over there, but I think it was just the birds.
I heard it too.
I heard like a "Arr!" but I think it was a car way off in there.
Okay.
sure they use the cars for cover with the sound.
Yeah.
They can sense when an 18-wheeler's coming through. Yup. Yeah, I remember when that train went by the last time, it felt like the place was a zoo. I'm gonna walk with the back cam for a bit. Scott Carpenter style. Donnie Miller has also had a lot of success with the back cam, and so has Tim. One of our best images we've captured was with Tim's back cam, and there's multiple beings in the pictures and multiple pictures that show them at different angles. Check that out on Tim T in Florida. It's an honor to be out here with the guy who has the game camera footage of 400,000 views on TikTok. That is really cool.
Yeah.
For anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, that was my crack. For the people that don't know what I'm talking about, I uploaded Tim T and Wynnette's game camera footage of a Sasquatch messing with the camera. And it's just about to hit 400,000 views today. Has like 15,000 likes. So guys, the Sasquatch world is out there. And they're just waiting for more information and more stories and positive encounters. So spread the good love. Quit chasing your tail on the PG footage. You guys want to know the truth about that real quick? It's the Bluff Creek Massacre. They had to clear out that area for logging. They had problems with the Sasquatch. They were destroying the equipment. They sent out a hunt team. Renee DeHinton, John Green, they were involved. Why aren't their names tied to it? Where's the lost footage? Bobby Short got killed talking about that. The footage is authentic. There's more to it. And they might have killed about 5 of them that day. It's really sad that some of the best footage and story has a black eye. That's what we have to overcome with the truth and love. Those who know, know. Those who don't, good luck. We're here for you. I'm for the preservation of these creatures. Just like human beings.
You ever been eating that?
Nice.
We've been munching on the,
Yeah, good spot.
on the tender parts of it.
Wonder what it tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
Can we eat it?
I don't know. I don't know if we could eat it or not.
Don't want to get poisoned on the route home.
Look at the thorn on it.
Yeah, that has to the thorns to protect it because the plant knows it's good.
Yeah. There's some stuff that deer can eat and their stomachs can take it that ours can't.
Wow. Just like a dog.
Yeah, like a dog too. Yeah.
Hold the pine cone. It takes the same shape as our brain, the galaxy, and seashells. It's the golden ratio.
Oh, I hear it, yeah.
Yeah, it's way on.
Yeah.
What happened to somebody's house? There are houses out here. I mean, going up the woods.
I could do some vehicle
y'all been here.
Little raccoon tracks. Maybe more dog. Maybe deer too. Dog and raccoon. Shout out to BF Bud, Flat Rock Booger, Blue Eyes Northern, Squatching Cowboy, Chris Reinhardt, all the mutual friends of Bigfoot and Non and the Turners. Tim and Wynette were picked to be on the next Bigfoot Odyssey 168. I'm super excited for them. It just got pushed back, so I'm gonna try to talk to Carrie about being put on their team. I've already went out hiking with BF Bud and his wife Angie. Chris Reinhardt's the team captain. Him and I have a lot of shared beliefs and strong passion for this. They've been on Central Florida Bigfoot with Matt Larson and also Beast TV with Larry and Mark. Sawdust Beasts. It was a really good episode. For the mosquitoes?
Yeah, I had that biting me and had to turn around.
Yeah.
I was going to try not to, but...
Have you been on any other shows than Sawdust Beast and CFB?
And Matt's shows.
Yeah.
I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's all of them, yeah. I've been on Matt's a few times.
And did you hop on Mogs that one time with all of us?
No, I didn't get on.
Hopefully soon you could pop on there. This has been getting a lot of new clientele. It's awesome to watch.
We've been on the Where's My Sage?
Yeah.
They come on Tuesday nights.
Nice. I remember you saying that now.
Christy and Mike.
Yup.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah, they're really good.
Because you have Mike, who's
Christy
tactical, and then you have Christy, who's clairvoyant.
She's awesome with her predictions.
Mike had come out
fights
here
or whatever you want to call it.
with me and Matt and Dave one time when he was down.
He was in that Small Town Monsters.
Yeah, he was.
movie.
Yeah, we watched that.
Yeah.
And then you were also on Discover Sasquatch with Chris Reinhardt, but that was you guys in the field, right?
In the field, yeah.
Yeah. And what was the other channel that he runs? Is it Discover Sasquatch?
Yeah.
Discover Sasquatch, yeah.
I might have just said that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because he has two that, he has one that he does a lot of interviews, and he has another that he does like expeditions. I don't know if it's like part of a bigger team. I will find out. That's an awesome tree.
Yeah, it is,
Sure it is.
I'm sure
See,
some
stuff like that is nice.
the treaty of the Green Swamp has probably been signed in blood under that.
Yeah, right in here's where we were hearing something in there the last time.
Right
We
there.
were hearing something in there moving around. And when I was filming right around here, real close to me, there was a big orange. I mean, a big light.
That right
Probably
here is where
about
that
the
orb
size of my
was.
fist or so.
Wow.
But it was right up in here in the clearing. It was probably within 15 yards of me on the camera.
This spot definitely has a strong energy. You can just feel it approaching.
It does, yeah.
I'm sure from the treetops you can see it crawling like an octopus.
That's crazy. Now that's Mother Nature right there.
The insects are coming to life too. We are here in the name of the great creator, just like you. We are both descendants of Eve, walking the same path. We come here just to join you and spend time with you. The distance has been too far for too long. We're just trying to bring back the bridge. Definitely a special place. Here's some barbed wire. Let's check for some hair. The last place you found the hair on the barbed wire, you could really tell it was like a path that they were using.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
This past week I found a homeless encampment and the fence was pushed down into it. It was really interesting. It's pretty cool. Standing straight up perfectly. It's interesting. The stick standing right there is pretty cool. It of course could be natural, but it's like literally perfect size. It's like propped up right under the fence. Yeah. Not sure what that was just now. Or like a cough or like a chuck. It sounded like a weak cough back there. Could have been anything. It didn't sound like it was bigger than us. It's just a weird noise.
Okay.
This would be perfect for them though. Right here.
Yeah, sure.
Then they just pop over whenever they want. They could use this to their advantage for deer. They can't escape. We'd run them all the way into it. That'd be something to find a deer carcass right alongside this. I really want to link up with Seth Breedlove from Small Town Monsters because he's from the 330 just like me, and I met him at a film screening like 8 years ago.
You're not going to go down there, are you?
What's that?
No, because their snakes are warming up now and you're not going to be able to see them.
Okay. We can go down a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't. In the morning I would walk through that, but the snakes are warming up now.
I wasn't even thinking snakes, I was thinking ticks.
Well, both.
Yeah.
They're going to get you anyway. Ticks are going to get you anyway.
We'll have to check each other before we get on the road.
Yeah.
Do you guys see many eastern diamondback out here?
No, not very often.
Cottonmouth though.
Yeah, mostly cottonmouth is what you'll see.
Cottonmouth, yes. Out here,
Yeah.
cottonmouth, yeah.
There are the rattlesnakes, but you don't see them that often.
We've seen a couple cottonmouth and had to try and go the other way or hurry up and walk by it. But
we find the rattlesnakes, we find them more in the palmettos.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to say I've never really seen a rattlesnake in my life. But one time, when we lived on Eagle Lake Loop Road, and we lived basically right in the middle of an orange grove, but I mean the road was right there, but me and my sister was picking oranges or something. We were right there, our trailer was right there, and I'm standing here, and she said, my sister said, facing me this way, she says, don't move. Well, when she said don't move, I moved.
You had to.
Hurried up and turned around. There was a snake there, but honestly, I can't remember what. I know it was kind of on the chunky side.
Yeah.
But I honestly can't say what color it was or what kind it was.
That's funny.
But yeah, she said, don't move, I moved.
Hopefully it was just like a banded water snake and you were safe the whole time. But if it was a cottonmouth, then you made the right move because you survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw a pygmy rattlesnake until recently, and I thought about it so much. I wanted to see it, and I saw him crossing the road. It was like blue, and I got a good video of it.
Yeah.
And then that one famous eastern diamondback rattlesnake that, you know, I put on TikTok that got 600,000.
You remember them little small snakes we had in the house that time?
Yeah.
What, do you remember what kind those were?
No, you can't really tell when they're little like that because they got colors on them that kind of camouflages them when they're little like that.
Yeah, they haven't developed.
In the house. There was one time.
It was probably from rats now.
Probably, but anyway, he had went hunting that night. And this is when Robin was like this. She was in the bed. I saw something hanging over the front door on this side of the dining room. You know.
Yeah.
What is that? I looked and I realized it was a snake, a small one. So needless to say, I didn't sleep worth a shit that night. And then around the same time, I guess snake must have had babies in or around the house. So that's when I kept my laundry detergent just set in the floor.
Yeah.
Like I had, you know, soap, the powder. And I went in there and there was several of them trying to get out of that detergent box.
Oh my gosh.
And then while I looked under the bed, there was one same size crawled up under the bed.
You probably didn't feel safe for a couple weeks.
No, he got rid of them, and I'm like, where the hell did these things come from?
Yeah.
Why are they here? Well, he got rid of them. But yeah, I was like, Lord, that thing's gonna climb out that door. Gonna get me or Robin.
Yeah.
And it, like I said, more than likely it was probably just rat snakes.
They're friendly.
I don't know, a snake's just scary looking to me, no matter what kind it is.
They definitely are pretty scary looking. I keep my distance from the venomous ones.
I wouldn't hurt one. You leave me alone, I'll leave you.
Yeah, that's fair. The cottonmouths, they get big and fat too.
My dad, when they were still alive, they used to live just like 4 streets over from us.
Uh-huh.
And they had to move, but he kept his yard like a garden, plants, everything. And it had rained a lot, and the ditch out front got full of water. And he was out there doing something, and this cottonmouth got after him. It was chasing him. It ran him back into the porch.
Oh my gosh.
It was chasing him.
Yeah, they say some are so aggressive, but then the others say, oh, they're just going to where they were going and we're just in between, you know? But some you'll see it change direction, you know?
He just saw it. He didn't mess with it. And it started chasing him.
Oh, man.
My dad, he was like that too. The only way he would have killed a snake if it was going to hurt him or somebody he loved. Otherwise,
Let it go.
he just ain't got no... Well, one time, he was out back in the garage working, and this big old long black snake, it was probably a rat snake, fell on him.
Yeah.
And it went on.
Yeah.
But it's not, he wasn't scared of snakes, but I don't care who you are. If a snake that big falls on you,
Yeah,
it's gonna scare
it's
you.
a sudden jolt. Yeah. Even just seeing them anywhere, it's like, oh, okay. Even a
Yeah,
small
he was
lizard, you know, I'm like, okay.
swinging them arms, and snake fell off at me, and he went on.
Lynette had a childhood encounter in her trailer that she actually wrote out, and it's in my recent book, Panhandle Pirates, in the final chapter, Letters from Family and Friends. And then Tim has had multiple encounters, but one time he was hunting with his dogs and they just ran out and something scared him. You think it was probably the big man?
Yeah, yeah.
It even scared the pig, the boar out as well. It jumped over you.
Yeah.
It growled too real loud. It was like a tiger growling.
That is crazy.
Really, really loud lung capacity.
I would say it was the big man.
Yeah, there's nothing else. There's no animals in Florida naturally that could make a growl that loud.
Yeah, and that would intimidate a big hog out of there either.
Yeah.
Like the only fair one would be maybe a mountain lion, but it would be the monstrous mountain lion ever.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you've also received a few gifts over your years of you know, going out, and you found a deer head with Marie that was placed perfectly on a stump, and then a couple other strange little knickknacks.
Yeah, I've got 3 deer skulls now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I slept in the room with them last night. I know.
And then the spot that he found that deer skull, a couple of weeks later or so, I found the whole carcass, the whole deer carcass.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought its ribs were dead palm fronds. Turned out to be a whole deer carcass.
Dang, that's awesome. But the head was...
There's a makeshift honey blind in there where they pulled the oak tree limbs down, and it's all still growing and alive, and they can stand behind it and watch.
Well, it was mostly intact. It did have a couple of the legs pulled off and thrown over there. You know.
Yeah, the legs were pulled off. You can still see tendons attached to the legs.
Wow.
Where they were pulled off of it.
Not many things can pull. They need thumbs to pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the last weekend. Yeah. We went the weekend before, and then we came back the next weekend. That's when it was there.
Interesting.
It wasn't there last time.
Yeah, it hadn't been there a full week yet when we found it, and it was stripped all the way down to the bones.
Wow.
There was no teeth marks on it anywhere, and the rib bones were broken. No teeth marks on it anywhere.
Yeah, so it couldn't be a big cat, couldn't be a bear.
No.
Coyotes,
Yeah, we ruled all that out because no teeth marks on any of the carcass anywhere.
Wow. It was killed with hands. Hands or force, you know, throwing it into a tree or something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Talking about snakes, skunks on that stick and
Last night on Bigfoot Odyssey was Donnie Miller's Drawing Bigfoot episode. That was really cool to see because that happened right by my house in Mariana. And Donnie's gonna take me to that cave with Jeff and a couple other trained marksmen, because that Sasquatch was ginormous. And I want to say aggressive, but maybe if it was really aggressive, Donnie wouldn't be my friend. We would have never had all of our bonds, because he would be deep in that cave and booger bait, But Donnie has a greater purpose than that, and I think the Sasquatch and aliens and little people all know that. But it was really cool to see the face of the Squatch. It reminds me of the Ocheesee Pond wildman, the one that was captured in the 1800s in Panhandle, Florida, not far from where Torreya State Park is. And Stacy Brown recorded his thermal footage with his father. Tristan and Cameron from Hidden Relief and I have had some strange encounters at Terrea. We heard a lot of clicking noises, trees breaking, and another time when I was with Ninja Ronnie, we heard a creature wading through the creek. That was scary. I just got back from the Everglades, visited my dad. We went to the Skunk Ape headquarters, hiking to Native American mounds, the Otter Preserve Mound, and some airboat rides. So we've done a lot of exploring. Then the first day of my trip, I was at Myakka with James from Outcast Paranormal. We were at the Crowley Museum, which the boardwalk's been closed for 2 years. Has very little foot traffic, but that's where they filmed Finding Bigfoot. We had exclusive access, and we recorded grunts. James recorded a dark mass going in front of the camera in an open spot, and some weird clacking noises. Then the next day, I get a text that Good Morning America found some of our offerings to the big man. They thought it was Brian Laundrie leaving caches out there. The recent report said he left out of Fort DeSoto, which I've camped at, and Gabby and Brian also camped at in the past. So if he left, he knew it well. I hope Dog the bounty hunter or any other bounty hunter finds him, just so we get some answers, because either he killed her or something really strange happened. But I'm gonna go with the first one. That'd be something if we find Brian Laundrie.
Oh, Robin tells us that. Where you hiking? She says, look for Brian Laundrie.
I'll say, stop, halt. And if he doesn't, Tim, you know what to do.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure the wanted poster says, wanted, dead or alive.
There's no more that boy that now.
Yeah. Hopefully he's in a gator's stomach.
Felt like I walked through a spider web.
That'd be a nice spider web. That'd be like the... That'd be the Palm Cottage mansion of them. This would be amazing to ride bikes down, just cruising.
That one guy, that was a couple of weeks back, he was a hunter. I guess he was coming out here to scout his area out. And he had like a $4,000 motorbike.
Wow.
It was a nice one.
It was an electric bike.
Electric bike, yeah. Camoed and everything.
That's perfect.
It looked pretty nice, pretty sweet. But
Yeah,
had a sweet price too.
That'd be a perfect way to get to your spot.
Yeah, sure was.
And they're pretty quiet actually too.
Yeah, it was real quiet.
Yeah, it was.
He was carrying a pistol on his side.
Yeah.
And I was letting all them know, all the group, that that's legal. In Florida, if you're fishing, hiking, hunting, you can carry a sidearm like that.
Wow.
Carry.
That's good to know, because I need to get mine, and you know, I just did the carry and conceal class, but that's all for like carrying and concealing in local places. That has nothing to do with me in the woods.
But you have
yeah, say like out here, you could have an open. You could have a gun on your side.
You just have to open carry. You can't conceal it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
but that's why he said something, because so many people are uneducated and they'll see something like that and they'll be like, oh my God, he's got a gun.
Yeah.
Because they don't know the...
But it's legal.
Just for protection, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And like me, since I got the concealed carry permit, I keep mine concealed. That way, if something does happen, I'm not like the first target. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't see me standing there with a gun on my side and think they got to do something to me first.
You're right. You're right. You always want to hit them with surprise with that.
Chance to, surprise. Yeah.
Yep. People try to rob us. They don't see your gun. They gotta rob us equally. You know.
That's right.
They'd see that we don't have a gun. They gotta go after you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that McDonald's didn't have no hash brown. Thought they served breakfast all day.
Right.
Oh, they must not then.
Sound like dogs barking up that way. Must be someone's house or a camp.
Yeah, maybe that's where that music's coming from too.
Is there wild dogs out here too?
Just coyotes.
Coyotes.
Yeah, shouldn't be no wild dogs, probably just coyotes.
Yeah, out at my house, there's tons of feral dogs, and they run in packs. There's been a few people killed by them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And of course, some people said it could have been dogman as well. They just say, oh yeah, it's a pack of dogs. But after hearing the LBL story, another one in Ohio, dogs and dogman leave the body looking two different ways.
So if you're on the right is where that ghost type mushrooms are that we were finding.
Oh yeah.
Was it less overgrown before then, or were you guys just made your way back there?
We cut in right up here. So
Right here?
Really? What,
Perfect.
not long ago.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see a little action track.
Be careful, I forgot.
This seems like it would be copperhead territory. They love like the dry stuff.
Oh, you just made me feel better.
Their bites are venomous, but not too life-threatening. I feel bad for the dogs that get bit by them. Their head gets all swelled up.
See, if I had my stick, I could be going a lot faster right now. I'm not going to fall. Don't want to be falling.
I love the different varieties of pine cones that you see out here.
Yeah.
You've seen like 3 or 4 different kinds.
All right. Good grief.
The vines.
It's amazing how he can go like that and start. Think about that one.
That was a really cool footprint you guys found on the tree at one time.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Going up it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a perfect footprint.
Joey spotted out one first.
He found the footprint close to it.
And then you did.
And then I tracked it on up to there. I found one and then that one.
That's awesome.
This is the spot where
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
The mushrooms are.
yeah, 'cause I remember that one right there.
And a lot of ginseng, mushroom, and berry hunters encounter these creatures because I think that's their territory. And when we take it, they don't like it. Because ginseng and some mushrooms have such medicinal properties. They cherish them.
The mushrooms were right here on this one.
That's what I thought. Because
Yeah. They were growing right here. And then there was some more right over here.
yeah, you see this. Look at that one, how it's got a bluish tint to it.
Yeah.
That's the next one. That's how I remember what it was over here. Well, I guess they don't last long.
These are perennial plants,
Uh-huh.
so they'll grow back here next year.
Oh, yeah.
They must have been like at the end of the bloom because they were, when they're young, they've been over. These were already up and open.
Mm-hmm. So you caught them right probably at the end.
Yeah, we must have been.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
What is that?
It's a piece of cabbage palm.
It looks like a croaker sack.
It does on it.
Looks like a coconut.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you're right. Like a dog, it's like a piece of a croaker sack. At first I was wondering if it was part of the hog people. I did.
Cool little ground art, you know, with all these
Yeah, it is.
mixture of fallen and the roots and
you
just
got
everything.
trees, you got, what do you call them?
These are cabbage palm.
You got ferns.
Tons of grub in there too that you can eat out of.
Yeah, there is, yeah. I'll have to write this down and come back earlier next year. Because there could have been more of the ghost spike mushrooms through here too.
Yeah, probably tons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a feeling there was a lot more before we got here that day.
Yeah, there probably was. Then.
there was clay in that. Just a leaf, big leaf.
Some cool spider. Cool if I do a little yell out.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! And if they hurt us, and if they want to, they'll get creative with it, right when we least expect it. Back when I used to do calls, I'd always just get loud and with it, you know, and it was kind of like aggressive male. And I'm like, you know, you don't want to do that because that's going to scare most of the things out there. So do a little juvenile call, like they're calling out to their friends, and something could come in. It worked out at Mayaca for me and James. But then you hear the horror stories that you don't know what language you're speaking and they surround you. But I think they can read off our energy right now that we mean no harm.
Yeah.
Be easy to get turned around.
Connor, I know we're out here hunting, but when we leave here, you're going home. I'm going to ask you something. Like, what kind of stuff do you eat at home? What kind of stuff do you buy for yourself?
Mac and cheese, chicken fingers, pizza, like taco meat, quesadillas.
You're just like all the other people your age. My nephew, he's like that. I just wondered, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I just had to know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
You sound just like my nephew. Although I think he eats more than what he used to now.
I love like cooking fish, you know, when we have fish. So that's really fun just to do.
Actually, that's what we're having one night next week is some fish.
That kind of sounded weird. We were both talking, but
What does it sound like? I didn't hear it.
like ahoo.
I thought I saw movement on back in there, but I'm not sure if it was that or just the wind blowing something around a little bit.
Yeah, the sun changing light.
Yeah.
But you were recording, so you'll be able to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm zoomed way in back there soon.
Perfect.
Dave's going to try to go with us next Friday. He don't think he's going to be able to.
Bigfoot Dave?
Yeah, Bigfoot Dave, yeah. So he might have to, him and his wife might have plans.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of him on the beach and stuff. He seems like they do a lot of that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
They like to, once in a while they'll go, like, to the beach and they'll go fishing and you know, I think they went to Orlando, they went to Orlando for something a couple of months back or sometime, but anyway, they had a good time. What is that?
I'm not
Is that
sure.
something eating? Look, what is that, Tim? Looks like
Some kind of bugs eating it.
oh, is that what it
Wow.
is? It
Yeah.
makes it look like it's got green pimples.
Like an
Yeah.
aphid or something like that. Some
That's what I
bug.
figured it was something eating it, but
Poor plant.
that's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's got.
Yeah. Yeah, these over here like that too.
Dragonfly. They're always a good sign. Up close, they look like little people. Catch a little skyfish and
Dragonflies don't bother me.
water birds. Yeah, just horseflies bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that girl's name that got attacked by the bees?
Give me a minute, I'll probably think of it.
I've just heard a girl in their camp be referenced a few times, and I think it's her. And I'm like, oh, well, I went hiking with her because I think she was part of like Stacy Brown's investigations.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was part of Stacey Brown's group.
I can tell you.
Yeah, see if I can think of it before he finds it.
Yeah, I always love playing games like that.
Miriam.
Mariam?
Marion or Miriam?
Marion.
I got it before he
Nice.
found it.
Now I'll have to go back through my footage and see if that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, and you know what she looks like.
Yup.
Marion. It was Marion.
Yeah, and she's
yeah,
she's in that picture with us.
Well, she is, yeah, she's a Stacey Brown group, yeah. And she's nice and everything.
She knew her stuff, you know?
And I liked her friend too, the one that was from up north.
Yeah. Yeah, she actually had
real
a
nice.
encounter
But they
right by
were
my
both
house.
nice.
They were. I'm glad she didn't get her throat swelled up from that.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
That
She
would
took
have
her
been bad.
Benadryl
Yeah.
just like that, and
Wonder what would have happened if she didn't.
you know, I got a feeling she would have been okay, but it would have been rougher.
Yeah, yeah. I need to start bringing Benadryl just for really weird things.
But you know,
I have Advil.
Mm-hmm.
I probably even heard it. They probably even told me before, but I never would have thought that I could step on a hornet's nest right here.
Yeah.
Like, there could be a hornet's nest right here. It's crazy. And then you step on it, and it gets you.
Or a wild hog.
Yeah.
Or a wild hog.
That would be bad for him, yeah.
I told him last week we were in the area, me and my buddy, we were in here hunting, but there was the pine trees.
This was a while
It
back.
was kind
Yeah.
of out in the open like this, where there wasn't much right around it. My dog went over and was barking at the bottom of the tree, and that was where you could where we had the hunting permit. One person could carry a gun back to us, and when he come running out to us, my buddy shot him. He had big old long cutters, big old long teeth on him.
But he said it
Wow.
looked just like this big old hog
Mm-hmm.
smuggled his way into all that pine needles. Himself just like a pile of pine needles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hog was in there the whole time.
And
Wow.
when I seen that little bit of movement, I was thinking, well, my dog must be barking at a raccoon or something.
Yeah.
Right there. But that big old hog come up out of there. He was a good 150 pounds.
That just shows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Look at these big trees, you know, and then something 450 pounds could dig something out like that, you know.
Yeah. And every hog we killed out of here had big cutters on them.
Mhm. Those two that are at your house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are
Especially that-
monsters.
The black one,
Yeah.
I do believe, was the biggest.
Yeah. That thing
It
looked
would've
like
been up
a
to him.
werewolf.
They all are big though.
Mhm.
They were all big.
Yeah, that reddish one came out of here. The black one came out of actually came out of Richland, but it's right on the fence line to this place.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when is hunting season right here?
This starts in about another month.
Nice.
And what the third one?
Yeah,
What is
across the street in the Green Swamp East?
Are you gonna be hunting this year?
No, probably not.
Where did that other one come from? The one that's on the end of
That came from Avon Park.
Okay. No, this is pretty much our thing now.
Yeah, this is Bigfoot. This is hunting.
I mean, he's not gonna say he's never gonna go hunting again, but
Yeah.
we're just more into this right now.
For sure, for sure.
And plus, this is something I can do. I don't hunt, so if I go hunting with him, I'm just there. I'm not.
Yeah.
Of course, if you did go hunt, I could go with him. He could hunt, and I could
Be doing Bigfoot. Yeah.
There you go.
It's all research.
Yeah, we try to do stuff together now, like fishing and coming out here hiking and stuff.
Yeah, her fish are the ones that are stuffed up on the wall, you know?
Yeah, and his too.
His too,
but
you know, yeah. That's
Just
awesome.
saying, I ain't bragging or nothing.
Just stating facts.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, we had fun with
And
that
I
one.
want to try to get a bonnet head shark mounted too. Before
Yeah,
too long.
because actually, and he would just put
'Cause we
both
both
of our
caught
names
them.
on it because
Last
we both
summer.
caught one. They basically looked the exact same.
Mhm.
So why have two of them done?
Right.
It's kind of expensive to have that shit done, you know.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
But yeah, I think that would look cool in there too in the living
Oh
room.
yeah,
I
bonnet
would
heads
love
are so
to do that.
awesome.
Yeah. Because they were 3 foot long.
Wow, that's awesome. Was it off of the pier?
Off the beach.
Off the
Off
beach.
the beach.
Wow, that's
Off the beach.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And but when I caught that, when I caught two of those redfish. The other one got away, but that one, and I was just like, I'm pretty sure everybody on that pier knew I caught that redfish. But then when I was done, I was just kidding. He had taught me what I know about fishing. I went over there. I said, "Let me have your pole. Let me show you how to do that." I was just being silly because I caught that redfish.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell him nothing. He don't know what he knows. But thanks to him, yeah, there's a lot of techniques to fishing too.
Definitely. Because they're always facing the current, you know?
Yeah.
But I caught both of those on that fish candy, fish bites.
Easy to come by.
Yeah.
But when that got off, I said, I'll never catch another one. I was so disappointed. And then 2 weeks later, we went back, and I'd be damned if I didn't catch another one.
Heck yeah.
I got it. So
That's how it goes.
that sucker too.
Yeah. Definitely a peaceful spot.
We went saltwater fishing. Was it 2 months ago?
Yeah, when Robin went to Bigfoot,
Yeah.
Dave went.
And Dave went.
His wife was going to go, but she had plans.
I still got to make the videos on that.
Nice.
And I filmed a bunch of dolphins out there swimming around.
Very cool.
I was going to make 2 videos.
Yeah, the week after y'all
As soon as I
left,
get to 'em.
that weekend we all went to the conference, and we.
Yep. I remember you guys were going
hiking.
fishing that next
Yeah.
week.
Well, that
was
very
good.
next Thursday,
Yeah.
the weekend after y'all left, I say it was about 1 or 2ish in the afternoon. My shoulder started hurting right here, and it was minor, and I'm like, I thought, well, maybe it's, because the gas can get into it. And so I'm like, so I took me some ibuprofen, it went away. Yeah, I'm good. So later on, I took a shower, it started hurting again right before I got in the shower, and I thought, well, I'll let the warm water run on it. And when I got out, I guess whatever was going on there, the warm water irritated them. But anyway, say about 8 o'clock, I was in tears. It was hurting so bad, wasn't I? I'm like, what?
What? Yeah.
So I was eating ibuprofen from Thursday until about Sunday, and it finally started easing off. And say about midweek, I was fine. But I'm pretty sure we figured out what happened, and I don't do this no more. You know how baby, she'll jump up on the bed or that couch out there, and I was picking her up by her hind legs because sometimes
Help
she
her
can't
get
do
up.
it.
Yeah.
And she's heavy, even half of her.
Yeah, definitely.
And we just got to thinking, I bet you I pulled something,
Yeah.
lifting her up on that bed and
Fucking
couch.
her on the bed.
Yep.
So I don't do that no more. I
Yeah.
tell her, baby, if you can't get up there, if he's not there, you're just going to have to lay in the floor. I'm not doing that again. I ain't kidding. It was, you know how a bad toothache is?
Oh, yeah.
That's the way my shoulder was, to compare the pain.
Probably a little bit of nerve, you know.
so
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Like probably the muscle or the bone was
Oh, I'm
pinching the
like-
nerve for a bit.
But I'm like, of all places, you expect to hurt like that, toothache, earache, but on your shoulder,
Yeah.
I was glad when it quit, because I did not want to go to no damn
Yeah,
doctor or nothing like that.
And you couldn't fish either when you were doing that too?
No, I did go. I just worked through it because I wanted to go fish. Because my daughter had been counting on that day so much, I was not about to tell her I wasn't going.
Yep. You had
so
to.
I stuck it out.
Like a champ.
But it actually, it was still hurting. But I think it was actually starting to get better on that day. But it was still hurting. That was crazy though.
We had kind of realized we needed to put ice on it too.
Yeah, I figured out
Not put a heating powder.
Yeah, because I looked it up and it said that heat can irritate stuff, depending on what it is. And so I did what it said. It gave you like 10 different things that could be, and most all of them said you need to like try to take a week and just try not to, like overuse it.
Yeah.
So I did that. 5 weeks in, I was good.
Yeah.
Back to normal.
One time I pulled my hamstring in the bathroom, like when I was a young kid, and I was like on the ground and couldn't get out. Like it was bad.
And it hurt.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
it?
it's like a Charlie horse pain, but I know toothache pain. I've had a few removed.
Oh, I've had it. Me too. In my day, I've had toothaches, and when I was smaller, I had earaches. Really bad.
Same. I had tubes in my ears growing up.
I never had had to have anything like that. I think I outgrew the ear thing.
Yeah.
When I got, say, in my late teens, I didn't have any more.
You're fine. I had my tonsils and adenoids taken out too when I was younger.
Now Robin had to have her tonsils out. She kept getting sick, and finally they're like, tonsils got to go. And they just took her tonsils out. As soon as they took them tonsils out, then when she got sick, it was just regular.
Yeah.
Just like a regular cold you might get here and there.
I wonder, I don't remember how it was a problem for me, like if I was really getting sick or if it was headaches or what. I'm gonna have to ask my mom.
Well, she kept getting strep throat for one thing.
Maybe that's what it was. I just kept getting strep, and then they're like, yeah, you gotta
that's
take
what
them
it
out.
was. And they're like, yeah, her tonsils are causing this. They gotta go.
I had a really bad like sleep paralysis nightmare there right before I was getting my tonsils and adenoids. I was like on the bed and the 3 nurses turned to like demons. I couldn't move. I'll always remember that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bad. It's kind of like Freddy Krueger. There was a nurse scene that the hot nurse like starts making out with the young guy, and then he's like enjoying it, and then it turns into Freddy's face, and their tongues pull it out. It was freaking brutal. But I think it was kind of inspired by that.
That's weird because when my sister, the one that passed away, the one we got baby from, well, she wound up actually dying in the hospital. Not that one, but they removed her to Tampa and try to operate on her heart because that's what was wrong with her, something going on with her heart. Well, she didn't make it through the operation. But I guess, now this is probably because the medication they was giving her, but not that they were bad people, but she wanted to smoke. And she was trying to get her husband, Elita, she said, I want to smoke. Because she did smoke cigarettes. And he said, baby, you can't smoke in here. She's like, in her loudest voice she could, she pointed to the nurses. She said, they do. They smoke in here all the time.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
Bless her heart. So yes, she was hallucinating.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But
they do.
Yeah, she said they do.
I've had my fair share of hallucinations.
Yeah. And Robin, when she had her scoliosis surgery, and because her spine was curved way bad, and they put that rod in there, that was so hard on me and him. But I tell you what, that Shriners Hospital, everything they said went like clockwork. We went in there to see her, and they had to go ahead and wake her up, even though they knew she was going to be in dire pain. But they had to make sure she could feel her toes. Okay, so they did that. Oh, she was in so much pain.
Oh.
You could just, and I'm like, oh, me and him both were crying. We weren't boo-hooing, but we were just.
We felt for her.
Like, yeah, this is hard.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do for her. And I'm talking to her, but I know what she's talking about when she felt this way, because this is the way when I had Robin, the pain. I didn't want him to touch me. I didn't want nobody to touch me.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way it was with that. I know because I was talking to her, and she would say, "Shut up."
Oh yeah, she was just hurting so bad. I've had nightmares. I've had migraines that bad, but
I'm gonna tell you what.
Your bones.
you know, but after that, everything they said they said, she'll be sitting up tomorrow.
Wow.
I mean, they know their stuff. So if you ever know anybody that's go to Shriners.
Is that in Tampa Bay, or?
They have them all over.
Oh, nice.
This one was in Tampa Bay.
Got you. Go Bucks. Go Browns.
Go Bucks, go Browns.
Yeah. We made it. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the mushroom patch.
Well,
Yeah. All the orange ones was gone too, you know something?
they were.
All the orange ones were all around.
Now something had to have eaten those. Don't you think?
No, I think it's just the season that they may have went away. I don't think something's eating all that.
Yeah, it's really funny how me and my buddy Jack met. He just came into my store and I had the Patty replica footprint. He's like, yeah, that's Sasquatch, right? And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a Bigfoot guy. And he's like, oh, I just made a Bigfoot documentary. And then we just started talking about like Godzilla and King Kong and a lot of crazy kaiju monsters. And then Zillafoot happened. And then the most recent, the Void Cat. And Void Cat is actually like a sequel slash, you know, in the same world as his other movie, Lost and Found, which I'm a really big fan of. It's like a 12-minute short horror. Yeah. And it's free on YouTube. I'll send it to you. It's on Altered Cortex Design. But of course, I'll send that to you because all of our cortexes are altered after a long hike in the sun.
Oh my goodness.
But he's a good dude, and he's hiked with me at the Garden of Eden. He used to hike that trail alone, which is pretty crazy, which I need to do soon.
Yeah, you see those trees back there?
Yeah. They remind me of the Lion King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Dave calls it the tree graveyard.
Tree graveyard.
Yeah.
He said that's a tree graveyard. But it's just, it does, don't it?
Yeah.
It sure catches your eye.
For real. Definitely catch the eye of the big man.
Yes.
Harry Road Crossing. Shout out Media Palace, Eric. And of course, Eric from Gypsy Road, my brother. And his brother, Dr. Wu. Tim's got an awesome setup. He's got the chest cam and the steady cam. He's doing long zooms. And he does a lot of work behind the scenes. Editing videos, going through audio, deciphering frames. It's very impressive work. The road to the unknown right here. That's pretty cool.
You got it.
I worked up a way bigger sweat last time, you know?
What's that?
I worked up a way bigger sweat last time we hiked.
Oh yeah, because it was still
It was like
summertime.
Humid too, yeah.
It was humid and it was still good in summertime.
Yeah, I guess it was. It was the middle of the summer. I just feel like it's sunnier today than it was that day.
And it's because, like you say, the humidity's down, the air is drier. Like I said, it can be 88 degrees, but as long as the something still comes through to pull that moisture out, it won't jump so bad. Give it time and we'll be able to walk in these flooded places. It's flooded now. Yeah. Or still got water in them, I should say.
It was really cool to see Long Island Bigfoot go up to the Beast Whitehall, the Whitehall, festival, because that's a huge thing. And there were some big names, and he's one of the most respectable researchers and explorers in New York. And I know he's kind of off the radar for a lot of people, the ones that are, right by the book. Yeah. But for him to cross paths with them, they would have no choice but to, share the energy and share the stories.
Did you see where him and Vodka's had their new baby?
Oh no, congrats.
Last week?
I did not see that.
Well, I didn't know either. And actually I said congratulations.
Dang,
It's a girl. Pretty sure it was a girl.
I've been, on the water for 8 days, so I was I should have known for 8 months. So.
Yeah, no, we didn't either. I didn't either. I'm like, oh wow.
Well, congratulations to the Long Island Bigfoot baby, Mike and Sarah. Good stuff. Good people.
Yeah, it was because of him that I found these ghost pot mushrooms out here.
Wow.
Yeah, he's sending him or he's gonna send him video of it.
Very cool.
He's the one that told him. Yeah, he's the one that told him about it. Yeah. And what's funny is, Tim looked up and said you can take them and mix them with vodka for pain medicine.
Yeah.
So Desi walks up, we're talking about that out here, and I told her what he said about you can make pain medicine with that and vodka, and she said the vodka don't do it. That's what she said.
That's funny.
She cracked me up.
That's awesome. Have to get Desi on some kind of show. I'll have her on Horror Talk with Gypsy Road.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, she probably would because she just, she's just into all this. And
I like seeing Mike Aguilar and his family, ruined for the books.
How much that feet down?
yeah,
It's not just deer and stuff walking through there. See how much is beat down?
Yeah, you're right.
It's like a footpath.
Definitely. Just in the middle of the wilderness. So yeah, something's cutting through on a beeline. And going right through here.
you got it.
And then right here, it could follow through.
Yeah, there's something right there. That definitely was something cool.
Yeah, that's a trail. Yeah.
And we just heard something drop
Yeah.
right there.
I heard that.
Maybe it was a pine cone falling, or maybe one being thrown out of the sky. You think Joe Montana's good? Ask Patty to throw you one. I definitely recommend checking out the Port Chatham history of Bigfoot, the Zana, the Ape Lady, Mount St. Helens, the Ocheesee Pond Wildman, the Ohio Grassman, the Minerva Monster. That's a cool one. There's French gold that went missing in the area. Gold is valuable, not for price, for use. Hear that call in the distance. Most likely a bird. But now it just stopped. The vibes are crazy out here. They're super peaceful, but in every direction it could be a threat. Bear, panther, water moccasin, even large birds. There's a burnt tree right there. There's a burnt tree over here. Do you think it was struck by lightning, or do they do, you know, burns, controlled burns?
They do control burns out here too.
That's probably what it is then.
So it could have been either one.
Yeah, but it's the first one I've seen.
But yeah, it could have been. That's probably from a controlled burn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could have
That would be
been.
my guess.
That would probably be my guess too.
I think they do more controlled burns than they have natural fire.
Mm-hmm. This looks like it's kind of pushed through too, right there.
Sure does.
I'll never forget that controlled burn thing in the spring on this.
Yeah.
There one day. It was still smoldering.
Yeah.
They had just burned it.
Yeah, they had just burned.
That had to be pretty cool to see.
It was like a whole area like this.
It was still real wet out
And
there.
it was still smoldering.
Wow. That's a good time to do some research, you know, it's different. It's an anomaly.
There was a camp area, and they were doing burns, and then the river.
Oh, wow.
So it looked to me like they were trying to keep them from coming off the river to the camp area, watching over the camp area at night.
Yeah, so they were trying to create an opening, yep, so they
And it
couldn't
was
get
really
too
wet,
close.
so you can see like they would burn some here, they would burn some over here, some over there. It's like it was too wet for them to burn all of it, so they were having trouble lighting it.
Wow.
So there was like burn spots here and there and there.
There has to be some kind of safety course pushed towards that, because, you know, all these state parks and major areas have some kind of technique in mind, you know, and you don't just come up with something that elaborate without it, you know?
Yeah.
That's wild. But yeah, I've heard it so many times that they cut all the trees around schools and stuff because you don't want the hairy man getting too close.
Mm-hmm.
We had a woods by our school, and they always said the Crybaby Bridge was out there, but the Crybaby Bridge was actually by my house. But there's many, but it was always cool when I was super young hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool little leaner. Of course, it probably is natural, but that's a perfect T, a perfect cross.
Yeah, it sure is.
So you can hunt right here?
Yeah.
Nice. What's the rules about like building blinds and stuff? Like, could you build a camp out here?
Oh, no.
No. You could just show up.
You have to camp out there for campgrounds.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah, you have to camp out there, designated campground.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you just can't pick a spot and camp. The only place you can do that, and that's not in the hunting area, is a place they call River Ranch. We used to go there. They've got this, and it's in the woods like this. You just got to find a clear spot to put your tent or camper.
Yeah.
But it's not in the hunting area, you know.
Right. Yeah, when we were driving, I saw that wilderness safari thing with the zebras.
And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
expensive. We looked it
Yeah,
up.
we looked
Robin
it
did.
Oh, wow.
Robin's like, I wonder how much it costs you.
Is it like $70 for a day or something?
Talking the hundred.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a couple $100 a person.
Dang.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
And then everything else is extra. It's
They
not.
got, yeah, you can like rent 4-wheelers for the day, and you can camp and all kinds of different stuff out there, but it's real expensive.
Yeah, it's still really expensive.
Yeah.
I gotta look it up though, just to see it.
Yeah.
There's a wolf preserve over by my house, and it used to be like through the week, you know, it was like $45, and then there was like VIP tours for like $200, and now since the pandemic they got only VIP, and I'm just trying to wait it out to get more normal, because it's like $250 VIP, you know.
Yeah.
I can't afford that.
Did you see that banner out in front of those people's houses on the way here? It says F Biden. Did you see that?
Was that the same one with the?
Out.
I don't know if I saw that. I saw the Trump 2024 right next to the Bigfoot. We saw that last time.
No, this is on the right hand side.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a black banner, and it says,
Coming up 98 back here.
it says F Biden, but it's spelled out.
Yeah, that's funny. I wish I saw that.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I didn't kick it on purpose.
I'm glad we got to do this.
Yeah, me too.
It all aligned.
Well,
It'll work out good.
Tim was thinking about y'all doing something last night, but then he was like, I know he was like, wanting Rodney to say, no work tomorrow, but it still worked out. So you worked, but you got off early.
For sure. Yeah, we were all exhausted last night.
Yeah.
I'm glad this got me a little closer to home, so the drive's not as bad, you know.
True.
And it breaks it up. It's nice. Because that morning drive, you know, I'm just following you and enjoying myself, so it really wasn't, you know, much time, you know, mentally.
Right.
It was just hanging out. Now is where the clock starts, you know. But I ran out of data. I need to switch to unlimited, just so I could start going live more. I went live a few times on TikTok after my videos get a little traction, just to get them more traction. And I'd like to do it more. Like literally right now would be perfect, you know, just walking back. Like, but many more adventures to come. Did hear a click. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Of course, I was talking.
It looks almost like something's right behind us walking.
Yup.
But in the bushes.
They like us. We both came from the great creator.
Right.
They call themselves the people. And we're the little dirty naked people to them. It's kind of funny because we're close. I'm not sure where they get the naked. Maybe just when we were birthed, you know. Or they were calling people, you know, that way before clothes were, you know, obviously invented, but... An awesome white plane. You got to think the Bigfoot love looking at the planes in some ways, because they also run from them too, the ones that don't make any noise.
Right.
And they got 6 gunmen in them, sadly. But when they know it's a peaceful plane, I'm sure they love looking at it.
I like looking at planes.
Yeah.
I love it when the ones go over a house, well, you know, Bartow Air Base is far from us, it's municipal. But you'll get ones going to it, and some of them big planes, and they're kind of low. I mean,
Shake the house.
You're like, dang it, that fixed to crash into my house.
Donnie Darko style. Have you ever seen that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal?
No.
Yeah, it's real crazy. It's like he sees a bunny man, like a giant Easter bunny looking thing, and it takes over his mind, but he loses his mind through the whole movie. But then you end up finding out that a plane crashed and part of the trunk came off and killed Donnie when he was sleeping. So the whole thing was just him living out, you know, the rest of his life, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
That's crazy.
It's a mental one. You'll have to ask Robin if she's ever seen it.
Well, now, knowing her or Danny's probably seen it.
Yeah, they sound like they would dig into some cult movies.
They keep telling us to watch movies that they've watched, new ones. And I keep telling them, Like for instance, Young Guns.
Yeah.
I know they would love that movie if they ever seen it.
Young Guns, that's with Dermot Mulroney, right?
No, with Emilio Estevez.
Oh, Emilio Estevez, yeah.
And his brother and...
Yup. I don't know if Robert Duvall's in it. It is a good movie, though. I wasn't thinking Top Gun.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Mm-hmm. It's about Wyatt Earp, right?
Yeah. It's about Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid, yeah.
And Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
What's that? This guy's name?
Lou Diamond Phillips?
Yes.
Yup, I remember that, yeah.
He plays an Indian in the movie.
Mm-hmm. We're checking the barbed wire for hair right now. Tim has recovered some. And it's really cool to watch the whole process. He has gloves, tweezers, an envelope. So I carry gloves on me and a plastic bag. Hair is what I'm trying to find really next. After seeing Daryl Olney and Tim's hair, multiple other samples, and then reading about it in books and seeing it at the museum. It's definitely really cool. Gotta look for disturbances on the barbed wire. Like that. Like that. But you could tell when it's pushed down. Sadly, I think all these are just natural. That's a cool little wire right there. Tim's camera is really good for long zooms. Mine really just looks pixelated. So if I did catch movement, the slow camps wouldn't see it. I really want to see a rhesus monkey out here. The ones that, you know, escaped from the jungle cruise at Silver Springs, and they overrun the Rainbow Springs and river, and they harass tourists, steal their jewelry, and try to spread infectious disease. They're dangerous.
I found some hair up there that I'm pretty sure it's hog.
Wow.
No, that's not hog hair. That's too long.
Wow.
Look how long those are.
Yeah, that's really long.
I don't think that's hog hair there.
You can see it on the back. That is crazy. Good spot, Tim. Tim's gonna get his gloves on. That's exactly what we thought, just running it right here. I was just saying about 2 minutes ago, that's my next big goal, is to find hair, and then look what Tim recovered some. Can't wait to, I'll be home, you guys have the report from under the microscope. Boom, boom, bang, bang.
There you go.
You want to take it?
Maybe just a little piece,
You want
but
to take some of it?
yes, please.
I'll give you half of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I definitely want you to have some to compare to, you know.
Okay.
Just put it right next to each other would be incredible. Thank you.
Just ride on it when you get home.
Definitely,
You'll
definitely.
know where it came from.
Lynette, could you hold this for a second while I put this in my book bag? It's still filming, so you could just film.
Oh.
Your husband.
Oh, okay.
So get a corner some and I'll got some.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's not hog hair. That's way too long.
That's really long. It'd be a hairy hog.
Mm-hmm.
Let's sounds like there's something over there to our right. Oh. Come over there just for a second.
See, this isn't a trail out here. This isn't like a trail the hogs are getting.
Yeah, you would see the ground.
Yeah, you would see the ground messed up. So something went under that wire there and left hairs on that. Because you hear about them crawling down low too.
Yup. And that would be a perfect angle. Yeah. Just scrape his back a little bit.
And then if you look over here at these. See how this is the trail? You can see how it's
been
worn.
Used, yep.
And then this is the hog hairs.
Yeah.
See, these even feel thicker than those that I just took down there. They feel thicker.
Yeah, bigger and black.
Yeah, bigger and black.
Should we take a little bit just to compare them to as well? Do you have an extra envelope? Maybe.
Yeah, I got 20.
Cool.
I've got a lot of hog hairs at the house too, because I collect all of them, the deer, the hogs.
I'd like to start a little collection of them.
He's got a bunch of them. I've had a bunch of them.
So everybody, check the barbed wire fences when you're out hiking.
Yep.
And definitely heard a big noise over there. Not sure what it was when we were recovering the other hair. You always hear noises when you're finding discoveries. That happened last time when we saw the footprints and then that peeled palm tree. And that's when the owl sound calls started happening. And the Native Americans believe that owls are reborn. Native Americans that have fallen. It's their tribes looking after them from the treetops. The guardians. There's also been a lot of missing 401 linked. Thank you. Green Swamp West, McNeil entrance, believed to be wild hog hairs. Bottom strand barbed wire. 929. And the other one, I'll mark it later, but we know what that is. It's the anomaly. It's the unexplained. But it might be the closest bridge to the sky, to the underworld that we have. Two different paths. You could definitely tell that one is worn down and beat through. This is the shortcut. The unexplained.
Starting to sweat a little bit now.
Me too. Once you slow down and like start focusing, you know, that's when your body works too. Before we were just free going, going with the wind. Good eye, Tim. That was perfect.
You know, Scott Carpenter keeps talking about these hair samples too, like that, and when they're testing them, he keeps saying that these places are coming out and saying that they're contaminated by humans because of the results they're finding. But he's saying that these places are washing them. They're washing the hairs and taking any contamination off of them before they even test them.
Yep, and it still comes back human.
Yeah,
yep.
It still comes back human, yeah.
The human hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really cool how they wash the hair. Like me, I think it's so sensitive. I'm like, oh, you can't do that, but yeah, you can, you know?
Yeah, they sure do, yeah.
Because it doesn't just disintegrate. It's an actual particle. So right off here, right at this big kind of opening as well too. That is truly magical. I literally just spoke that into existence. Thank God for Tim's eagle eye. And then we heard that crashing and thud behind us while we were looking at it. Could definitely see it walking on its chest, or even like a spider. Upside down, like they crawl up trees. The bird seems stirred up over there. Something's below him. Yeah. Definitely want you guys to come out to Torreya over in the Panhandle. And then if you guys ever make it out to Louisiana, I'd meet you out there or just ride with you.
Okay, this looks kind of weird, don't it?
Yeah.
Right there.
Two facing inward, right on the post.
See that, Tim? It just looks kind of odd, these two sticks where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It's like a perfect trident.
Yeah.
And Owlman was saying, you know, they use them as markers, as artwork, as expression, as ways to connect to the forest. There are so many different interpretations and uses of this. It's the same thing as us leaving the breadcrumbs, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Always look up there too, all around something like that.
Yeah, you're right. Because they would have had to go near it. That's definitely a trail right there. Another trail right here. Right here, it's like broken and pushed down. And no trees did it. It's right here that's bent.
Yeah, that has some forks in it.
Either a tree fell and did that and like kind of disintegrated, or something bent that.
This is just here.
Yeah, a perfect walking stick.
Oh, wow, for you.
And you know what? That's a tough, I believe Bigfoot left that and I didn't see it. He left it for me. I saw I didn't have my stick.
You were telling him you forgot yours, didn't you?
That's awesome.
Well, thank you, Bigfoot, if you did that.
On the way in, on the footage, we'll have to see if it's not there and it's there now.
I know, right?
That would be crazy.
Oh, it sure was.
That would be extraordinary.
Yeah, because you were talking about your walking stick.
I was.
Yep.
Saying you forgot it.
We'll have to watch back.
I think they know me and Tim around here now.
Yes. You guys show up enough.
And they probably really miss us in Colt Creek.
I think,
Yeah.
I think they just gifted you, baby.
You should take that.
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
I think they just gifted you.
That's a cool stick.
I'm pretty sure.
Because I think I would have, I was standing right here when y'all were, I think I would have.
Would have seen it. You would think.
Look at the footage when I look back through mine.
I got it. I'm taking, and this has strong, you know what? This is awesome. That's a strong stick.
I'm gonna leave a lemon there.
Okay.
See me out here with my stick.
I see you.
Today I don't have my stick.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Say that again. About what you just said.
We're gonna leave this lemon.
They see me out here with my stick every time we come out, no matter where it's at.
Right where Winnette was gifted a walking stick.
Nice sturdy stick.
Yeah, nice and strong.
I couldn't break it.
Yeah.
Perfect walking
Sitting
stick.
there waiting on you. And you were the one that noticed it.
Yeah, I walked right past it.
Nice.
Meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, just the right size too.
When I took it, I wanted up this feeling.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks for leaving.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Next time you guys go, you could see, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Just heard like a knock over there. Yeah, you heard that?
Yeah.
Pretty sure I heard it.
It was a clunk, that's what I heard. Yeah, right across. And the walking sticks are across from that tree too.
That's pretty cool.
All kind of coming together here right now.
Perfect arch. Of course, that could just be rot and natural. I love the structures out west when it's huge trees, you know, that really can't be twisted and turned like that.
Yeah, I know my mom, I've never been there, but when they would go to, like, Reno, Nevada, to visit her sister, who worked at casinos at that time, she would take pictures of the trees out there. Well, you know, they're huge.
Yeah.
And that one, the one that they show where it's a tunnel, where you drive through it, that just amazes me.
I love Nevada.
And the trees
I've never been to
still alive and
Reno.
everything.
Wow.
No, I haven't either. This is just when, you know,
Yeah,
my mom went
from
to
your
visit her
family.
sister.
I love the ones in San Francisco as well. Giant redwoods.
Yeah, I would love to see them in person.
Yeah, me
On
too.
purpose. Yeah, on purpose. I'd love to see them
In person, yeah.
And
Just saw something like white fly from a tree downward. Could have been like a bird, like skydiving down, but I don't know. It was weird. Could have been a flower or a leaf falling, been hit with the light. But I was filming that way.
How high up was it?
Probably from like, I don't know, 12 feet and down to the ground at like a 45-degree angle. It could have been something thrown out of the tree. That could be a jungle gym right there for the young ones to play on.
Yeah. For the kids.
Yeah. The juvies.
And this is a perfect walking stick.
Yeah, perfect size.
I mean, just crazy.
Where do you wear your voice recorder?
Oh.
On your back. Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly. Yeah, I need to get one of those.
I mean, Alex, I don't know what the difference is, but when we listen to that tree crack and break, we can hear it better on mine than his.
Huh. Wow.
Little bit. I mean, not like louder, but it was louder on this.
Maybe it was behind you because his is facing forward and yours facing behind.
I know, because I remember how I was standing.
I'm not sure if you could tell where the tree break was. Sometimes they're so loud. Oh, that sounded like a knife right up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Desi, she enhanced it, this one, and made it was really crisp and clear.
Nice, yeah. Definitely need those audio people on your team, you know.
I know, she's awesome.
Yeah, she just started doing it. She's got where she can do it really quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's like she loves this as much as we do already. Well, actually, when she came into the group, she's already loving it, you know.
Yeah. Where does she live?
She lives in Tampa.
Nice.
Palmetto.
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 Palmetto down by Bradenton.
Yeah, down by, yeah, there you go.
So she comes up quite the way to get up here.
I think it takes us all about an hour.
Yeah, we're all just about an hour.
About an hour away from the spots we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, close to it.
I'm spoiled by my house then. You know, I have to. Torreya State Park, it's two different ways can get to it for me. I can go 25 minutes on the road, or I can go 8 minutes to Cheesy Landing and then kayak across the river, and then I'm there. So
Well, there you
13
go.
minutes, you know.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
But the thing is, once you kayak across the river, you're at like a weird corner of the trail, which is good for bigfooting. But say you were trying to rendezvous with your group, they'd have to meet you pretty far in, you know.
Yeah.
But it can be done.
You know, we were all talking about one day when we were all out here. Actually, it's when we went to that reform store. We all rode in his truck, in our trucks. And we were just saying, look at all these people that live out here. And they either probably don't even know what Bigfoot is, or they could care less.
Right.
And they're living right here in amongst.
Yep.
You know.
And if they have any animals, I'm sure they've had encounters, you know. Everybody's had an animal go missing or acting weird.
Or something, yes.
Right. Those two trees are awesome right there. So they're right there and then they cross above.
Sure do.
That's so cool.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
Natural
Nice.
or Bigfoot?
Either way, it looks neat.
So beautiful, yeah.
Nice.
Walk through there with a RF meter or EMF detector.
Yes.
Something might happen.
Well, as soon as we can, we're going to give them those meters.
Yeah, I have an EMF tester, but mine's kind of janky. I need to get a good one.
That's the next thing on our list. So.
The RF meter is the big one now, ever since Reinhardt's been doing a lot of research on it.
One, well, you know, like Chris Connor has.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the size of my city.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Or at least I think it is. That's what I see on yeah. That's
On the videos.
really big. I mean, I see it when I see it in person.
Oh yeah, you've seen it in person, yeah.
Yeah. I keep saying, when I...
Did it go off any times when you were with him?
Yes, it did a little bit out there when we got to the campground, the hunter's campground, looking for the tree stand.
Yeah.
It was kind of acting up there a little bit.
Huh.
Heard that?
Yeah.
With owl?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an owl. But when we were out there at the campground, yeah, it was trying to kind of get up there, wasn't it?
Oh, his meter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went up to 7.5. And he was telling us that the microwave puts off 18.
Jeez. So
it went up to 7.5 there at one time.
It was about half of that. Yeah.
And most of the time it's reading like 0.004.
But as soon as we walked...
And this time when it went up, it was reading 7.5.
But when we got out of the campground, which like would be, we was walking like be from here to just a little ways up the road. It quit doing it.
That's weird. That's a cool tree too, how it swirls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's weird how most of them are.
None of our phones or equipment
We're doing it. Wow. So it's way stronger than a phone.
Yeah.
Half as strong as a microwave.
And I never carried my phone on me because he's got all his stuff.
I don't think you'll lose anything, Connor. Your bag's up in there. You want me to
Zip it up
your
for
bag?
me.
Yes, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
Let me get this. Okay. Actually, all of them are open. Just so you don't lose nothing.
Yeah, we don't lose
thank
it.
you.
Okay, I think we're good.
I love that. I saw that when we were on that trail.
Yeah.
Of course, it could be natural, but it's like perfect.
It is, yeah.
Perfect triangle.
Yeah.
Perfect right in the angle.
When we came out here that first time, I'm pretty sure it was this. Might have been this body of water. Next one, but we were walking this way, and I saw a log.
Yeah.
And it looked just like an alligator.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, look, what is this? And the closer we got, but it did look like an alligator, remember? Like a baby one, not a big one.
Yeah. That'd be cool to see one. Out here. It would have to work pretty hard to get back here.
So, we saw one that day on the side of the road with Tommy. That day we were out there with him. It was in a little bit of water like this.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the truck. We all saw it.
That's another cool angle right there too.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if that like grew into that. That's pretty cool. Because it comes from that root, but then it connects to that tree.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
That is crazy. There's some crazy stuff out here.
Yeah, for real.
Everywhere. In the woods.
Nature provides. Move over Picasso and Leonardo da Vinci and all the greatest other minds. Mother Nature strikes above all.
There you go.
We're here at Tim T's house in Florida, and above us is a police helicopter because just about a half an hour ago there was a huge shootout a couple blocks from here. There was at least 10 bullets fired, and now there have been police cars circling the neighborhood, and it looks like the active shooter is still out. Tim just went inside for the backup. You can never be too safe or precautious. That's like when the car stopped by before. It was a little spooky.
Actually, he's never actually out here about the gun.
Rather safe than sorry.
Yeah.
So
Whoever did that shoot must be running now.
So how many gunshots was it?
There was several. There was like 9 or 10 probably. It was
And it
sounded like
sounded
a
like it
handgun.
was pretty close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was right here off the Rifle Range Road, right up in here, pretty close. It had to have been either them apartments or closer to
Oh,
it.
gotcha.
Somewhere right around in there, the Family Dollar or the store right in front of it or something.
What's up, Chloe? Say hi to the people. We gotta show Chloe's bark out there one time. I should have had the GoPro rolling right when I got here.
Yeah.
So don't mess with this residence. This guard dog is mean. Right. Yeah. Well, we will keep you posted, guys. Check the news in the morning. The police blotter.
That's the only thing though is out here
Yeah.
in Juanita, you can hear something like that and you never see it on the news or anything.
You're right.
It's like there's a daily rig that would be like your
Like
really
local
local
news.
news, and you don't even see it on
They're still looking for them. I hope they don't see us. Not sure what's going on right here, but we're at Live Oak. Looks like a car's on fire. Hope everybody's alright. That's an explosion. Hope the guy got out in time. Hey y'all, I'm downtown Tallahassee. There's Doak Campbell Stadium. What an incredible place. I think I have figured out why the Seminoles are 0-3. It's because of this Gwen Tower right here near campus. See how they've tried to make it look like a tree? Come on, man. You ain't fooling nobody. That's a tower. They try to make it look like a tree. That's despicable.